There we go. Now we are live. Hope everybody can hear me all right. Yeah, man, what an amazing, amazing day. I just wanted to pull up something that I think I was just about to go live. I had a whole separate hook for what we were going to talk about right off the rip, but I think this just sums it up really well. And kind of leads into what else I wanted to talk about today, and why brilliant experts stay invisible and all this. But one of the things that I always look at motivational stuff, and I try to feed my Facebook to make it more motivational, and I happen to flip on Facebook for this live right now, and I think it aligns exactly with what we're going to be talking about. For the reading for today, it says, doors are about to open that will completely change your life for the better. You took aligned action. You stood firm in your morals. Your commitment to getting better each day is paying off. The universe is conspiring to align new blessings and abundant opportunities. Tides are shifting in your favor. Just ride the waves and enjoy the journey. Now that is what I'm talking about, which is exactly what this whole shift has been about, and why I'm doing this workshop on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Because why so many brilliant experts stay invisible. And so that is what it comes down to, is right now it's that shift to there's been the grind and the hustle for so long, but when we can shift to that aligned action, that's when those commitments that you're taking start to pay off, and you get to just ride the waves and enjoy the journey, and then from that, abundant lifestyles start paying off and all this stuff. So I just thought that was a great way to start this. And for all you here on Instagram, if you see me looking this way, I'm actually live on Facebook right now as well. So we're hitting it because I'm super excited for this workshop on Thursday. If you're watching this, you may be wondering, one of the things I see a lot is that our clients, they're amazing at what they do. You may be feeling this too. You're amazing at what you do, but somehow no one seems to recognize it. You see these people who are less experienced, they have less time in the industry, and they're closing deals and bringing in more customers, and you're like, how is it that someone brand new is bringing in the customers at such ease when I've been doing this for 5-10 years and no one seems to really see that? And then you start needing to deal with pricing, and you're fighting on price to the pricing against them, and trying to explain your value. And as a high level professional, we should not be having to try to explain our value like that, because we're operating at such a high level that it should be known, especially with all the experience and how brilliant you guys all are. This is why positioning is so key. And it's not just that talent and whatnot, and the discrepancy between years of experience and talent within the industry. It's the way it's positioned. Some of these people have positioned themselves better, which is why they're closing more deals. And so I want to show you what happens and what you can do instead to position yourself better to get those similar results, like I was just mentioning, to have whole new doors open for you that will completely change your life for the better. So one of the reasons that I'm doing this is last month I turned 39 years old. I celebrated 8 years of sobriety. So there are 2 new beginnings every year around this time, it's always a reflection time, and it made me kind of just like think about what actually creates success. And yeah, like for years I've had the skill, I was helping people who I could help, but the thing is I blended in a lot as just another like video person. That's what I do. I'm a video agency owner. And I was struggling to bring in consistent clients. And so like, it's like, man, I've been doing this for a long time. Why are some of these other people who are like fresh on the scene blowing up and getting consistent clients? And I'm here having done this for I've been doing content and in the marketing space for 10 years, but in business for almost 4. And like, why are people who are 1-2 years in blowing up and I'm having trouble bringing in consistent clients? And so it made me really think about what the reasoning was. And so what I found out is all about positioning, and positioning what I knew and the value that I provide, and like the way that me personally connect with people was the answer, because people connect with different people. And so I needed to position myself of like who I am as a line, like kind of like that quote that I was talking about in the beginning of this video, is that like I just needed to be me, but showcase the level of knowledge and value that I bring to the table in a way that just makes me the go-to person. And so when I did all that, everything changed. Clients started coming pre-sold. I felt more aligned in the work that I do, and it just like didn't feel like I was hustling. I'm just like in momentum, like things are flowing, and now it's time to take it up a notch, and I want to help you do the same thing and get to that point. So yeah, that's why I have decided to put together this workshop on Thursday, October 30th, 5 p.m. Eastern. This is going to be typically stuff that I've only shared with my high-level Black Book clients, done for you type stuff, but I want to share it with more people and make more of an impact. And so we're hosting the workshop. So how can we fix some of this stuff though? Like, I'll give you a taste of some of that, and some of the things you can start taking action on. And so like one of the main things that I see a lot is like why people sound like everyone else. You know, they're using vague language, and like one of the reasons why these brilliant people who have so much knowledge are blending in is because they may be using the same vague language. They sound like everyone else. I help transform people. So what you can do to help break through that noise and get people connected with who you are and that aligned action of you, because when you operate from that alignment and a positioning that connects you to everybody, like that quote that I mentioned, doors start opening that will completely change your life. And so one of the key ways to do that is to start defining your unique lens. Like, what is it that is you on how you view the world and the value that you have? Like, whether that's naming your approach or your unique way of helping things, like your clear framework, making sure you build your signature methodology so that it is unforgettable and people make that association with like, this is you and this is you. So one of the other reasons that brilliant people seem to stay invisible is they're actually competing on price. I see this all the time. It's like, when your message sounds generic, you you start becoming a commodity. It becomes commoditized, and it's just they're based on price comparison. And so when people don't have something to compare your value to, it automatically they compare it to zero, which is why like price anchoring is so important. And so, but if you're in that same position or that same place, they're going to just compare you. It like subconsciously will compare it to zero, and so then if you give your price, they're going to be like, oh, I don't know about that, and so then you're dealing with price objections, and it's such a pain in the butt to deal with price objections and smoke screens, and I hate sales like that. It's just no fun. Like, I want to talk to people who want to work with me. They know the value, and it's just a matter of talking logistics at that point, on like timing on when to get started, or like, oh, I need a couple weeks for this. Oh yeah, totally cool. Or like maybe it's a payment plan, which totally cool again. You know, it's just easier to work with that way. So you can shift the price and clarify the results that you're getting in the method, that signature methodology that I was just talking about. And when you lay out the value in that way, it shows why you're a premium option. And so positioning in a clear way, this reframes how much you can charge, and then people start they operate like, oh, when can we start? It's not like, oh, I got to do these like price objections and handling, and it's just such a hassle to deal with that. So, yeah. So the third thing that I see a lot on why brilliant people who have experience, they have the knowledge, but they're not being seen, is there's no real defined system. So, you know, maybe you're selling services, it's not necessarily structured, you have different pricing coaching calls, or like, this thing is this much, and if you meet with this, it's this much. It's just like a menu. Clients can't necessarily see, when you have all that, what makes you different. It's kind of that whole analysis paralysis thing. And so it's so important to turn your process into a system and like package your expertise into repeatable steps, create a name for it, create a promise that you help them achieve through this named thing. Because there's two ways to niche down. I mean, you can niche down with the type of people that you serve, like I help plumbers do X, Y, and Z, or I help chiropractors, whatever. But the other main thing that you want to niche down on is your process. And so when you niche down on your process, it helps you cut through the noise, and then helps you with the whole competing on price and sounding like everybody. So it all ties together. And so on the workshop, that's the other thing we're going to go through, is like how to reverse engineer that, so that prospects instantly trust your method, and then it makes it much easier to bring on clients and sell, but not really selling, because at that point, like I said, you're just talking logistics, like, oh, when do you want to get started? You know, is it a payment option, or like there's no like objection handling and things like that. So that's the other thing that we're going to cover on Thursday. And then just a quick little extra bonus insight for this live is the thing that I see a lot is people think that just extreme visibility equals volume. Like that, and I used to think this all the time, that if you post more and you just do more, you're going to get more clients. It doesn't work out that way. Doing more doesn't always get you more. When you work from a place that's clear, that's going to get you more. You don't just need to be louder for the sake of being louder because they say so, and that's going to get you more clients. So creating like a strong authority asset, it's going to do more for you than having 100 random posts. Like one strong, clear digital authority asset, because ultimately what it does is it pre-sells people and works selling your big idea while you sleep, essentially. So if you want to learn more in depth on all these concepts and like how to actually create these things in your business, that's what we're going to be doing on Thursday. It is $97 for 90 minutes. That is like the price of going out to dinner for two. And take it from the reading that I had that said today, this live is the door that is about to open and completely change your life for the better, because you took aligned action and got a ticket to this workshop. You stood firm in your commitment to getting better, and it will pay off if you come to this workshop. Blessings and abundant opportunities will shift in your favor, and then you get to do like I'm doing right now and just riding the wave and enjoying the journey. So yeah, $97 for 90 minutes. That's like 90 cents a minute to get information that I've only ever shared with my $6,000 done for you black book top-notch six-figure, seven-figure entrepreneurs. We're giving you access to that, plus all the bonuses within the Freedom Tribe, the Freedom Legacy Tribe, so the community. So make sure, if you want the deets to this workshop, comment the word positioning. I'll send you all the information on how to get registered. So I really look forward to seeing you all there. I'm super excited about this. It's going to be epic. I just know that you don't need to change who you are. Like, you don't need to change how the world sees you or what you're already doing. You need to just change the way you're positioning and operating more from that place of alignment. And that's going to let you become the obvious choice. And Thursday is your chance to pull it all together and make that happen. And so I really look forward to seeing you all there. Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. You're not going to want to miss this. The Authority Magnetizer workshop, where we're going to be going over positioning, how to create your authority asset, how to bring in clients while you're sleeping, and how to make this so that you're not one of the brilliant experts that stay invisible while other less experienced people are getting all the clients. You can come in and sweep up that market share. So Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern, $97 ticket. You're not going to want to miss this. It's going to be well worth the $97. It's like you could go out to dinner for you and your partner, or you and a friend, for $97, and it's going to taste good food, like great. Or you could just not go out to eat this 1 week, get a ticket for $97, 90 cents a minute essentially for what we're going to be doing, and this could completely change the trajectory of your life and your business. So if that sounds valuable, I look forward to seeing you there. I hope you all have an absolutely blessed day. And yeah, we'll see you there. Have a good one on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed that live. We'll see you all on Thursday. Sound good? Comment positioning, and I'll get you all the deets to the workshop, and we'll see you all there.